So we got old man Favre out here talking a whole bunch of mess. Now, you know what? I like it. We're going to get into all of that. But first we got to get into my intro. I'm in love with it. Let's get it.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it's Philly the podcast. You see it, and I'm back with my boy Shaky B. We in the building. Building. You know what's about to go down. This man talking a whole bunch of mess, talking about that we should have kept Foles. We should have kept Foles. He was talking a whole bunch of mess about a bunch of other players, but when you bring up our team, I'll give him this much. He did say he wants to see Wentz with a healthy team, and he wants to see Wentz 16 games with the same team. Not just saying that he wants to see, obviously, Wentz stay healthy, but he wants to see his weapons around him stay healthy. I'll give you that, Favre. I'll give you that. I think every Eagles fan wants to see the same thing. But to say we should have kept Favre.
Boy, if you don't
give me your first reactions to what Favre said and what you were thinking.
You would hope that they keep emphasizing, oh, your boys with Doug. Oh, your boys with Doug. So you're going to go ahead and say something that's going to put Doug on the hot seat in a sense, or at least get him questioned, which it did. But for Favre's sake, it's like if anyone should understand someone about turning over the ball and just gunslinging and going for the home runs and throwing interceptions while trying, it should be Favre. Like Wentz is. I'm not going to give Wentz the Favre comparison just yet, just because he needs to win a Super Bowl to do so. But he only needs one because Favre only won one. So if Wentz can get one Super Bowl, then you can say that's Brett Favre in a younger body. Both red hairish dudes that are pretty big, and Favre, he was an Iron Man. That dude never got hurt. But like I said, he did a lot of things that Wentz does. Maybe not fumble as much, but the interceptions were up there. Like if you look at Favre's stats, that dude has so many interceptions. So to not have any kind of relation or put himself in Carson's shoes and just put that out there about Foles 3 years later, it's silly to me.
Yeah, and it was unwarranted. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of one of those things that came off the cuff. You could tell he was thinking it. It wasn't really like they were, do you think they should keep Foles? You know what I'm saying? Right. It was just more of him just, but to your point, Wentz is a lot like him. They like to extend the play. They like to make something out of nothing, even when it, hinders them and hinders the team. So let me ask you this. Do you think it's going to maybe help Wentz a little bit? Do you think that this is bulletin board type material for the Eagles and, this will help him fuel something?
Whenever Wentz says anything, he always says that he doesn't pay attention to the media. He doesn't look at any news. He doesn't watch any of the sports centers or anything. So if it gets back to him, honestly, I don't know. I feel like normal players, you would say this would put a chip on their shoulder, or he would want to prove them wrong. But there are times when we feel like, all right, when he wants to prove everyone wrong, he ends up flopping for some reason. Like it becomes too much for him, and like he does better when there was not that much expectations. And so I feel like with a comment like that, it's like, oh, great. Now I got to try to relive this. We got to repeat. I got to do better. And then not only am I going to hear about Foles again 2 years later, now I got Hurts too. Like, I don't know if it's going to hinder him or make him play better.
Yeah, I've said this before. If Wentz can't get over the mental part, then I don't need you as our quarterback. If you're that mentally weak, like I said, I do see a lot of comparison. They're the both Wrangler jeans type guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They the hunters, everything like that. So I see a lot of comparisons that you can draw from the two. I need to see this, spark something. We need to put up like 35 at least on the Giants.
And we can't be winning by a point.
Exactly. And this offense has to look at least serviceable. We're having so many people come back. You know what I'm saying? So he has to use this. He has to use the real stinger for everybody right now is Doug Pederson's lack of really just backing up his quarterback. And we've seen this time and time again. These press conferences are getting more and more depressing at this point. It's just like you have no, and I hate to say it like this, but it seems like he has no backbone. He has no fight in him left. You know what I'm saying? Even when he's not in a terrible position right now, there's a lot to be optimistic about. But what did you think when you heard Doug just basically say, "Oh, nothing"? Basically, I mean, that's
So it's like I get both sides. If he answered like when he answered it the first time about like Brett Favre's comments, and he literally said, "Well, I respect his opinion. That's his opinion. That's all I got to say about that." That to me kind of sounds like, all right, don't talk to me about that. He should have said, "Carson's our guy. It is what it is. That's it." But when he ended it saying, "That's all I got to say about that," I feel like it should have ended there. And the media, they're like, "Oh, let me sink this in." They're fishing with him, and they kept going. And the second time, that's what I'm saying. Philly's ruthless. If you're the coach, players, it doesn't matter. We're coming for you. And so they kept fishing at it, and he kept baiting. He kept getting baited into it. And so that final one, when then he was, "If you put any words in my mouth, it's gonna be a problem." It's like, bro, you're not gonna do anything. Like, relax.
He's gonna take that ice cream away. I mean, it's just disheartening. You know what I'm saying? As a quarterback, I'm sure if I'm that quarterback, like, listen, man, you my boy, Brandon. I love you to death, bro. But if something happens and somebody tells you, like, you know, says something funny about me to you, I'm hoping you're gonna say more than "I respect his opinion." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, I get it. Yeah, he was just joking.
Hey, you know, a rapper once said, I forget who exactly said it. I'm sure everybody will say it in the comments, but you know, it's not about what they don't tell me what they told you. Tell me why they're comfortable telling you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Doug should not be sitting up there basically saying nothing. You have to defend your team. You have to defend your decisions. You know what I'm saying? That this all comes back to what we've been harping on for the first half of the season. We need to see people taking accountability. You know what I'm saying? And part of accountability is saying, listen, it's my decision that he's on the field, and he's going to continuously be on the field. We can go back to when McNabb had this similar situation back. I want to say it was his 5th season as well. I could be wrong, but I know it was around that time. And there were people saying after a couple games to get rid of McNabb, to bench McNabb. What did Andy Reid do? He went right up to the press conference and was like, "McNabb is our quarterback for now and forever, for the future." You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but we need that. We need that right now. You built a culture. You know what I'm saying? You are for lack of better terms, you are the father. You're the, originator of this culture. If you're not going to continuously defend the players that bought into your, culture, that's a big problem.
He's just not good. He's not good at these press conferences. He has to do it every day. You figure like it's practice. After a while, you get used to it. But this is year 5 for Doug. If anything, as much as we talk about Carson and how this is year 5 for him and all his mistakes and he should be playing better, Doug should also be better. This year 5. Like, yeah, you won a Super Bowl in 2017, but we're in 2020 now. You should be better at press conferences. You should know the cues, the what to say, how to be a Bill Belichick-esque, where if you don't really want to entertain it, then don't entertain it. Just say, "This is our guy. That's it. Next question, please." Or Marshawn Lynch was good at it. He didn't say a word besides "Thank you for being here. I don't want to be fined," whatever he said. But it's ways to get around it. And as soon as you try to play the polite guy and stuff, you're going to get eaten up. And I mean, all 3 times he said, "I respect his opinion." You don't need to respect his opinion. We're not going to respect everyone's opinion. Even we're boys. If you say something when early on you said, "Yo, bench Carson at halftime," I didn't agree with you the first couple of times. There was a game where I did agree with you. I was like, "God damn," against the Cowboys. But then, I mean, those are things. You don't have to respect the opinion every single time. At that moment, you can be like, "He's my boy, but I don't care what he says. Carson's our dude."
Yeah, and we just need to see it out of Doug. I mean, and like you said, you can just not say anything. That's it. I feel like he wants to be so fluent with what he says, and he wants to kind of give you stuff to bite at, and that's not what you're here for. You're here to run a team. You know what I'm saying? It just blows my mind that you would do that, or just do nothing. I should say, like, that's I keep having to harp on that because you did nothing basically. But to do nothing in your bye week, so much on the line this year. Like, we're getting healthy. There's so many good things to that we can look at and that we can deflect that question to. You know what I'm saying? But I just need him to, for one time, one interview, even if he just says, "Listen, man, this is it, this is that." Boom.
Right.
You got questions? Refer back to what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
give me that. I'll take that.
And
As
stick
fans,
to
we don't
your
need-
word. Stick to your word.
Exactly. As
Like,
fans,
what was
we
it
don't
last
need-
year? Yeah, last year when he was just like, when he declared that we would win a game and then kind of took it back later on that day. Like, you can't be doing that. We just need you to stick by your word.
Exactly. If you have pie in your face, you got pie in your face. It is what it is. It's the NFL any given Sunday. But you have to show that you have confidence in your team, man. Like,
Right.
there's nothing more important right now, especially going into the second half of our season with everything in front of us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a couple of people on the show soon. So I don't want to go obviously too deep into the upcoming weeks, but we have everything in front of us. I feel like it's a brand new season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For all intents and purposes, we're 500 and 0-0 right now in the NFC East in first place. That's really how I'm looking at it.
I hope this just gets brushed under the rug, that doesn't bother nobody, that we're not sitting here Monday afternoon or whatever after, for some reason, a debacle on Sunday, and everyone's like, well, maybe if Doug Pederson stuck up for Carson Wentz. Like, I hope that's just not the case. Hope this just gets blown on the rug and we can just go ahead and move on and hopefully get a nice, convincing dub on Sunday.
Yeah. That's what we need. Yeah. We just need to go out there and blow these people out. That's it. Like, we got,
especially this one.
Around.
This could be the catalyst to because the next couple games after this are winnable games. Then there's the stretch of the Seahawks, Saints, Packers. That's going to be the toughest one. But momentum's a thing. If you can win convincingly without distractions, you can maybe win a game or two out of those three.
Mr. Favre, just stay your old ass at home, man. Just go play football.
You ain't talking to the team no more.
Yeah, just go play football in the backyard with your kids or whatever you do in your Wrangler jeans. You know what I'm saying? Just go do that, because we don't need you talking about the Eagles. You can talk about Mahomes. You had good takes on everybody else. We don't need you talking about Wentz nor Nick Foles. But other than that, y'all know what time it is. It's Fly Eagles Fly, and we out here. Peace.